This is Dr. Amarjeet Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Business Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. So, I am a student of accounting, if you may say so, and I'm really happy to be here with you this day to talk about financial regulators in India. So, this is the topic we started in the past. We have already covered few regulators in the past sessions. Today I am going to talk about another few regulators which are working to regulate the financial sector in India. So, financial sector is the most vibrant, most complex ecosystem in any economy in India or in any other economy, which really plays a critical role in determining the economic landscape of the country. So, there are many financial bodies, various financial bodies which are actually working collaboratively in integration to ensure that the system, the financial system is stable, it's transparent, and it is fair as well. So, the regulation is really important to ensure stability, transparency, and there are so many bodies which are working in collaboration with each other, in integration with each other, in cooperation with each other, right? So, the responsibility of administration and regulating financial system in India is divided in many authorities, in many bodies, and each has been entrusted with certain specific financial market sectors. Somebody is working in insurance sector, somebody is working in banking sector, somebody is working in real estate, somebody is working in some other sector like pension, etc. So, we have so many bodies. These regulatory bodies, they work really collectively to promote stability and transparency, as I said, and they really want to foster innovation as well in the financial sector. They really want to strengthen the sector by regularly innovating by regularly reviewing the technology, adopting the technology, and carrying some innovation. So, this is how the growth of any financial sector is ensured, and so is true in India. So, in India there are so many regulatory bodies which are, many regulators are there. In the past we have covered Reserve Bank of India, Securities and Exchange Board of India, and we have also covered Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India and Small Industrial Development Bank of India. So, we have already covered 4 regulatory bodies in the past sessions. If you are keen to learn about these 4 bodies, please refer to the past lectures. Today I am going to talk about, in this session, I am going to talk about Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which is at number 5, and also Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority. And there are few more regulatory bodies which we will be covering in future sessions. So, the beginning point for today's session is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, that is administering India's corporate laws, regulating the corporate sector by forming policy, registering companies, promoting corporate governance, ensuring investor protection, and overseeing professional bodies like ICAI, ICSI, ICMAI, primarily through the Companies Act 2013 and LLP Act 2008. So, it means this slide clearly tells you that the MCA, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, we have IICA under this, we have couple of wings to it. They are administering the laws which pertains to corporate sector of the country, right? Corporation, when we say corporate sector, means the companies we are talking about, the businesses we are talking about, including the partnership, and regulating this corporate sector is the major work of Ministry of Corporate Affairs by either framing or forming policies or rules or laws. It also ensures the registration of companies which are corporates, of course, and also ensures that governance of these companies, that corporate sector is taken care, that is also administered by MCA. So, and and not only that, this is the first part I talked about was about the corporate sector. It also ensures investor protection, right? So that comes the other side, and it also oversees professional bodies. We have ICA, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSI. We have ICMAR, Institute of Cost and Management Accountant of India, IMCMA for that matter. I'm certified management accountant, right? I'm registered with ICMAI. So the primarily they, through couple of acts, the most important part of most important regulation the MCA is actually overseeing is Companies Act 2013. Prior to that, there was Companies Act, which has been now revised in 2013. So it's the most important one. Then the Ministry of Corporate Affairs is one of the India's financial regulator. It is regulating the functioning of industrial and services sector. It plays a significant role in the preparation and analysis of corporate business information. So it's very simple and straight what is written here. MCA is of course the India's financial regulator. It is regulating the functioning of industrial and services sector both. It is not only those companies which are into manufacturing or in particular one sector, also the service sector both. So industrial as well as services sector both are actually regulated by MCA, and it really plays a significant role in preparation and analysis of corporate business information. So when I say corporate business information, what I'm referring to? I'm referring to the published financial statements which are audited and then published for the consumption of so many stakeholders, be it banks, loan providers, or financial institutions which are going to extend loans or funding to the corporate, or be it the retail investor like you and me, who is keen to invest in shares or debentures or any financial instrument issued by these corporate sectors, be it commercial papers, right? So those instruments, financial instruments which we discussed in the past, which are issued by the corporate sectors, they are actually they are so the information, so they are purchased by the people, be it institutions or be it individuals. So the information pertaining to the business, that how a particular corporate is performing or doing, so that analysis has been prepared and presented by the MCA basis on the data it gathers from various corporate, right? So many policies even are prepared basis. For example, we have we have SEZs, special economic zones. How are those SEZs prepared, or I mean announced by the government? Basis on the data which is generated and after of course analysis of that data, government decides that this particular zone is having raw material or other resources pertaining to this particular task or pertaining to this particular job, and that's how that particular type of industry or that particular type of sector can be developed in this area, because we have essential raw material, people available in that particular sector, or that particular sector lacks in this but has the potential to grow in this particular area, and that's how the special economic zones are announced, right? So so there we need to have basis of such policies, such decisions. So that is possible by referring to the data which is issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs regarding the corporates. And then MCA's function is extends beyond more regulation to encompass the promotion, development, enforcement of corporate government norms. It acts as a custodian of corporate data and plays a crucial role in ensuring transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct in business operations. So the function of MCA, it's not just only preparing the data or analyzing it. It is actually beyond more regulation. It encompasses even the promotion and development of the corporate sector and governance norms, both. And it also has the enforcement powers as well. So it really acts as a custodian of corporate data and plays a crucial role in ensuring transparency and accountability, of course, including the ethical conduct desired by the corporations in business operations. So this is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So after this discussion, we can quickly summarize the functions of MCA. So what are the functions of MCA? There are a couple of them. Number one, to facilitate corporate growth. Number two, to safeguard the interest of stakeholders. Number three, formulation of legislation and policy. Number four, company registration. Number five, regulation and enforcement. Number six, investor protection. Number seven, corporate governance. Number 8, professional body supervision. Number 9, e-governance, MCA 21 is there. And number 10 is competition, partnership and other acts. So let me explain these functions to you one by one. The first one, as I said, is to facilitate corporate growth, right? The example I was just quoting about SEZs, special economic zones, is one example. The corporate can grow if we have informed decision making regarding the growth plan, be it the sector plan or a product plan, right? The plan could pertain to developing a particular sector or developing a particular product, right, or finding a market for the products. For example, today only, few minutes ago, I was listening to news. We have signed an MOU as a country. We have signed an understanding with European Union, where we have 27 countries. That is to promote collaboration or business in the area of energy, defense, mobility, etc., etc. You can refer to today's date, 27th of January 2026, and it is incidentally 27th January, and we are signing this agreement as a country, proud moment, including 20. So this EU involves 27 countries. It means our businesses would be enabled, would be helped, would be supported by the Indian government, including MCA, to have access to the market of those 27 countries which form EU, right? I'm so happy that I was able to recall this example for today's context, 27th February 2026, right? So this is the function of MCA, to facilitate corporate growth. This is a good example, bringing people on table, for discussion, deciding the terms and condition which favors to the growth of Indian corporate, and then ensuring that those agreements are actually entered into and they do facilitate this growth. The second point, it safeguards the interest of stakeholders. So we have so many stakeholders in any corporate, be it investors, be it lenders, be it employees, all type of stakeholders we have. So this is the function of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, to safeguard the interest of all kind of stakeholders which fall in the purview of the corporate. Then we have formulation of legislation and policy. For example, the LLP which came in 2000, the Act of LLP which came into 2008 is one example. The revision of Companies Act, in fact the major revision, in fact new Companies Act 2013, it has been formulated. So there are so many more legislation, be it pertaining to labor or be it pertaining to pollution or other hazards, pertaining to any kind of aspect of the corporate, right? So legislation and the policy formulation is the very important function of MCA, because you can't govern so many corporates and lakhs of small to medium to big to large size firm in the country over mails, over one direction, over notices. We need to have proper policy, we need to have proper legislation. More stringent the rules are, more effective the legislation is, it really strengthens the corporate sector, and that's how we are growing so well. Then the company registration is the most common thing. We all know that if you want to start a company, be it private firm, you need to get registered with the Companies Act, with the registrar of the companies, right? So the registration is the basic beginning point for before you formulate, before you actually commence a business under a company's form of organization, you need to get registered, right? And so companies are registered with MCA only under the registrars of company. They are so this is another function MCA has. Regulation and enforcement. It's not just preparing the legislation or policy. We do have the very good system of overseeing the functioning of the corporate, ensuring the compliances. So regulation and the enforcement of the legislation, of the policy, of the directives issued by MCA on day-to-day basis, on regular basis. So that enforcement is also done or taken care by MCA. Then we have the investors protection. This is also very important, and individuals like you or me who are not running businesses, who are not into any kind of company, this is the most important thing, right? So SEBI is there, which takes care of the interest of the investors, but SEBI really certainly works in contendum, in collaboration with MCA. So investor protection is MCA's task as well. Then corporate governance. This is the really something which is talk of the town from last 2 decades now. For more than 1 decade, we have really these two words, corporate governance, has been coined a couple of decades ago, but now this is something known to every single person in the area of business or in the area of management, commerce, economics. Everybody is well familiar with corporate governance. So audits, auditors, directors, role of directors, they have been redefined to ensure good governance. And all these things, we have independent directors. Now we have the responsibility of each director being defined so well. We have there's a direction that directors will be signing the financial statements. Now it's just not to the auditors. So directors have also been made answerable. This is governance, right? So the corporate governance is another aspect of the total functions of MCA. So it's very, very important. Then the professional bodies supervision. So we have, as I said, ICMA or IICA or ICSI, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICMAI. All these bodies, be it Chartered Accountants body or Company Secretaries body or Cost and Management Accountants, CMA's body, ICMAI. All these bodies are professional bodies which really help build the ethics, build the guidelines of professional ethics for the professionals, be it a chartered accountant or a CMA like me. We have certain guidelines which we need to follow. So those guidelines are prepared by these bodies, but supervision of these body is done by MCA. So they are also supervised. They are apex bodies in particular precise areas, professional areas, but they are supervised by MCA. E-governance is very, very important. MCA 21 we call it as. So e-governance is electronic governance. E-governance has gained momentum from the last 1 decade or more than that, and it is really the important thing nowadays. So because of the digital adoption by the corporates, because of the enabling of employees, enabling of companies, empowerment of employees. So nowadays information, almost every important information is available on websites. So compliance to e-governance is also being supervised, taken care by MCA. It also ensures compliances and supervision of e-governance as well, guidelines as well. And the last thing is the competition, partnership and other acts. We have competition act which ensures there's no unhealthy competition, like acts like monopoly act, like, so the partnership act, and there are so many more acts. They all are actually prepared, formulated by MCA. They are actually supervised, implemented and supervised by MCA, adopted of course by the companies or individuals. So MCA has a lot of work to do, and it is a regulatory body for financial sector as well, right? So this was about MCA. Now I would like to talk about Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, PFRDA of India. This is another regulatory body which is important, right? So Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, PFRDA. So PFRDA is leading body to regulate and promote pension related activities in the country. Established in 2003, the PFRDA is accountable for supervising the national pension system of the country, NPS. PFRDA regulates pension funds, custodians and other entities involved in the NPS and aims to develop the regulate the pension industry in India. So let me explain this to you. So PFRDA is the body which has been established recently, almost 2 decades now, 2003, not very old, because in the past we have a different pension schemes, but now we have a national pension system in the country which is prevailing, which is actually growing like anything every passing year. A person like me is also part of NPS. So it's a leading body, as the name suggests, to regulate and promote pension related activities. What all these activities are, we will discuss in the function, but whatever comes to you in your mind, applying for a pension fund or buying NPC scheme and then contributing every month, receiving update on the contribution, receiving update on even the value of your fund, or changing the investment plan from tier 1 to tier 2 or vice versa, or any other tier, right? So everything, there are so many things. So units update, purchase of units at the time, no, when your fund is mature, paying you off, then also ensuring you get the maturity amounts in certain percentage, the fix in lump sum remaining as pension. All these technical things to real functions are done by this particular body, right? It regulates the pension funds. There are so many pension funds we have. LIC has pension fund, SBI has pension. There's so many pension funds, which are running. So all those pension funds are regulated by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. They are as custodian, somebody who is actually custodian, who is under, custodianship means holding, right? And there are other entities as well involved in NPS. It's just not the funds. All these entities include, and these pension funds are actually, they aim to develop and regulate the pension industry in India, and they all are actually regulated by this body, PFRDA. And PFRDA plays a really pivotal role, very important role in promoting and regulating the pension sector in India. It's, we get to hear advertisements on news, on radio, on TV as well. Different channels are promoting that, safeguard yourself towards for your retirement age and start investing in the NPS. It's not, just many of you would be knowing about NPS, many of you may not be. If you are a student, may not be, right? So people who are working, they are aware of NPS for sure. So it's not mandatory that you are working for somebody, you are in job and then you can buy NPS. No. Even if you are self-employed, even and you want, or a farmer or a shopkeeper, you can actually invest in NPS, you can buy NPS, you can ensure your your retirement when the time when you would stop working, whatever capacity you are working, right? So this is promotion. When I'm saying it has a pivotal role in promoting, right? So this is the example of promotion and regulating the pension sector, this complete pension sector. It's not only, this is awareness and promotion of selling, but promotion of the other bodies which are part of the NPS, be it the fund manager, the education to fund manager, the degree, everything. So through its regulatory and development function, PFRDA, it really strives to expand the pension coverage. Number one means attracting, encouraging more participation by general public like us, right? It also ensures to enhance the management of pension funds more effectively, and it also empowers subscribers. If I'm getting information, transparent data is there available for me to decide to buy X fund or Y fund or invest in tier 1 or tier 2 type or tier 3, what is happening? This is empowering me as a subscriber. So right, so as a subscriber, I'm sure that my interest is being taken care, and I have complete information. I will feel confident in taking calls and in making decision. So this PFRD has certain functions. So these functions are regulation and promotion of pension sector. Then number 2, subscriber protection. Number 3, intermediary oversight, POP or CRAs. Number 4, scheme development. Number 5, grievance redressal. Number 6, public education. Number 7, cost control points of presence, POP, and then controlling points of presence, this number 8. So in total we have these 8 functions. The most important is it wants to regulate and promote the pension sector, as I said earlier, and then it wants the another function is subscribers interest is protected. These are 2 most important one, which are something we can easily understand. Then there are intermediaries, POPs or CRAs. These intermediaries are oversighted, they are taken care. So that is another function. And also want to develop the scheme, the changes in schemes, changes in funds, interest rates, changing in actually the bundle of schemes, etc., etc. In case somebody has grievance, even the grievances are taken care by PFRDA pertaining to pension, and also to educate the public, general public, make them aware, make them educate that how should they stay safe, how should they decide basis on their age and all. The education is also been, for example, last month only we have one representative who came from pension fund, and they were here to educate us, the educated people, right? In the university they came to tell us about NPS and all the possible, and then also to control the cost of the point of presence, and also to control the cost of other things as well. So this is how this particular PFRDA is very important regulatory bodies. So friends, I hope you were able to understand these 2 bodies, MCA and the Pension Fund Regulatory Authority of India, which are the important 2 sectors in financial regulation. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you.